This is Steve Beverly asking for your help. WLJT Channel 11, West Tennessee's home for educational and quality TV since 1968, needs your financial support. We don't sell commercials. Instead, we rely on donations from viewers. Channel 11 is the most local station in all of West Tennessee, bringing you local shows about events, happenings, and issues important to West Tennessee. It's really easy to donate. Go to westtnpbs.org. It's quick, easy, and secure. Donate today and show your support for local, educational, and quality television. Channel 11 needs your support today.
Beginning early in 1981, John W. Melton developed the idea of a Teapot Festival to draw attention to the rare collection of porcelain they used hairs. Hello, I'm Peter Knoll. On the next edition of Tennessee is Talking, the topic is the Trenton Teapot Festival. The Teapot, capital of the world's week-long festival, has fun for the whole family, so let the conversation begin.
We are rolling. Confirm record. Can we get a mic check? Check, check. Stand by camera 2. Take 2. Stand by announcer in 3, 2.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining the discussion here on Tennessee is Talking. Hello, I'm Peter Knoll. The Trenton Teapot Festival begins with the lighting of the Teapot ceremony at City Hall. Following that is a music and fireworks show. And here to tell us more is Bill Joyner. Thanks for joining us, Bill. Tell us, how did the Trenton Teapot Festival begin?
All right, well, as you mentioned, in 1981, John Melton, who was the administrator of Gibson General Hospital located there in Trenton, came up with the idea to honor the town as well as recognize and draw attention to the teapot collection that was famously donated to the city. And through that conversation, the city council and the mayor thought that would be a good idea. So as it happened, Mr. Melton became the first chairman of the first ever annual Teapot Festival.
And Bill, you're on a committee. This is all organized by volunteers. There's not like a paid staff putting this all together. Tell us about that.
That's correct. In the early years, probably the first 15 years or so, the way I understand it, one individual or their family was responsible for organizing the event through the week. And as you can imagine, that was quite an undertaking for that family. And over time, as the festival grew, they felt it would probably be advantageous to establish a committee, as you see today, great group of individuals that are local citizens, that are unpaid, that are just fulfilling their appreciation for the town and the festival. And it is a great group of people. Everybody understands their role, everybody has a responsibility, and as it leads up to the week of, everybody is all in.
Now, tell us about the Teapot collection. It's housed at the Trenton City Hall, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
And how many teapots does it consist of?
Well, so the teapot itself originated probably in the early 1700s. It was used primarily for medicinal purposes. The oil from a local doctor would go to help the sick or nurseries, and the light from the flame actually created an aroma for those oils to help heal the sick. Okay, and at the same time, they understood that the light from the flame would help illuminate the room, which is where the nightlight teapot developed from. Okay, so over time, a local native of Trenton, Dr. Frederick Freed, probably in the late 1920s, he was a professor of gynecology at New York University. And through his travels across the world, primarily Europe, Asia, North Africa, one of his hobbies was collecting these teapots. And at the back end of his career, he had amassed a collection of over 625 teapots, and he had the idea of donating these. And his initial thought was to donate those to the Metropolitan Museum of Art there in New York City. But thankfully and fortunately, his brother said, Freddie, why don't you consider donating those back to the city of Trenton, which he did. As you mentioned, the local city hall that is there today was built in the early 60s. Through that build out, they created a room that allowed them to house these teapots. Magnificent room, plenty of lighting, and out of his collection, he donated 525 teapots.
Yeah, I've been there. It's amazing. And even our senior producer, when he was in school, their school made a trip there. So children must come from all over West Tennessee to see it.
They do. They have a login book there. We have a lot of people who come from out of town, out of state, out of country. They hear about it. It's something that they want to witness and experience.
And for those that haven't been, these teapots are not what's sitting on your top of your stove to make tea. These are, as you said, were used for medicinal purposes.
Correct. That's correct.
What were some of your first thoughts when you saw the teapots collection?
Well, growing up in Trenton, as you mentioned, I had several tours from elementary school all the way through high school, hosting events there. You know, it's a tremendous collection that, as we're being told, the appraised value is well into the millions of dollars. Thankfully, they're housed there at City Hall with the fire department next door, the police department. So, great collection, great spectacle for the city of Trenton.
What is involved, back to the festival, what is involved in organizing something like the Trenton Teapot Festival?
Well, thankfully, the committee, we get together after the first of the year, and we meet quite regularly. And as I mentioned, everybody has a specific role throughout the week. They're responsible for certain events, the timing of certain things as it comes to the logistic management of the festival. Usually by the time the week of gets here, it's all hands on board and wraps up at the end of the week with the tractor pull. And as that noise vibrates throughout the city of Trenton, you know it's been a great week.
So, and when does the Teapot Festival begin?
Officially, it opens up on Sunday, April 27th this year.
And what's the big first kickoff event?
So it'll be the opening ceremonies where the mayor welcomes everyone, the chairman typically gets up and speaks and discusses the events for the week, and it ends with the announcement of the parade marshal for the year.
And so we don't know who the parade marshal is. You have to come to the opening ceremonies
That's
to
correct.
find out?
That's
Okay.
correct. They actually just went out this week in the local newspaper as well as social media. The way that works, we take recommendations from the local community, and the committee votes on that the week prior to, and it's a secret up until opening ceremonies.
And Bill, there's events all week long.
That's correct.
What are some of those big events?
Yeah. If you like food, we got it. If you like rides, we got it. If you like to watch, we got it. If you like to listen, we got it. Starting on Monday, years ago, we had a large block party that's going to make a comeback this year. It'll be held there off Court Square. So we've got a block party that'll have anything from jumpers to face painting to petting zoos to music to food trucks to 5Ks. So that'll be a large event on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we have a walk to school program that starts at City Hall, where all elementary school age kids get to walk with their parents to school. That's a great event. I attend it with my children every year. It's great. Then that evening, the local middle school band gets to have a music feast to showcase the music that they have been working on and performing. Then Wednesday, which has become one of the more popular events, is a local church music sing, where probably 8 or 12 local churches get together, and it's free to the public, it's open, it's live streamed, where each choir gets to sing a couple of their local songs and hymns. And this year, first time ever, they're going to have a mass choir where all of the choirs are going to come together. They've got a list of songs that they're going to showcase. They've been practicing already. So we look forward to that on Wednesday.
And that's Wednesday, and where's that taking place?
That will be at the First Baptist Church. Then on Thursday, we have a health fair. And it is, as I tell you, most of these events are free. Most of these events are free to the community. So we'll have a local health fair that's going to go on at the Methodist Church that's sponsored by a local health and rehabilitation clinic there. And then Thursday evening, they'll have the Trenton Downtown Committee, which was started several years ago through the Downtown Revitalization Grants to help oversee those funds, and they're made up of local citizens that have offices or things going on there downtown. They'll have a bingo night on Thursday night. Shortly thereafter on Thursday night, a good friend of mine is hosting a wrestling event right outside of City Hall there. It is free as well.
It's outside?
That's right. It's outside. And as you know, Trenton is home to Dave Brown, a very famous weather broadcaster with Channel 5 News out of Memphis. He loves the city of Trenton. We see him quite often. So wrestling has been something with the city of Trenton for many, many years. Then on Friday, we also have the fireworks show that night out on the bypass located at the high school campus, right there at Walter Kilzer Stadium. Again, another free event. Then on Saturday morning, we have 2 markets. One of them is more of a boutique style market that will be held at Roosevelt Hall off Court Square. That morning as well, there will be a traditional flea market held on the other side of Court Square near the farmers market. Okay, then mid-morning will be the grand parade that is always well attended.
And who kicks off the parade? Is it Tommy the Teapot?
We have the Teapot.
Okay.
He'll be there. It may be a surprise to everybody, but he will be in new attire this year.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Refurbished.
That's right.
A refurbished. Is it still called Tommy the Teapot?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then Saturday night, as I had mentioned, we have the tractor pull, which brings people from all ends of the county, West Tennessee. We usually have a large crowd for that. Starting Wednesday night and runs through Saturday night, Pope's Concessions, they also have a carnival set up there in downtown Trenton that will be going on every night. So the kids love it. They actually get to get out of school during the day to come and ride. So there's something going on every day, every night. There are luncheons every day at different locations. So just a great community festival that offers things for anybody and everybody.
And all of it is free. Oh, you said most of it.
Most of it.
Okay. Why did you get involved with the Trenton Teapot Festival?
Well, when I moved back home, I didn't have any commitments. I wanted to get involved. Started joining different boards, different groups, and I was at a Rotary meeting one day and asked a gentleman if they needed any help. And it was about this time of year, and as you can imagine, somebody young for a board was probably unheard of at the time, and they welcomed me with open arms, and been on it ever since. And it's just one of those things that in my career, I've joined a lot of different boards and organizations, but it's probably one of the most fulfilling because the individuals that serve on this committee, they're selfless. They understand the role of the committee. They understand the importance of the festival and to the citizens of Trenton. And it's just been a great honor of mine to be able to serve, and hope it continues for many, many years.
Talk to me about what the Teapot Festival means to the community and the citizens of Trenton.
When the festival first began, I feel like it was an opportunity for families to gather in a non-traditional setting to celebrate the history of Trenton, or as the old-timers call it, Trenton, and get to support their local businesses, churches, nonprofit organizations. And as any festival grows, the attraction from outside visitors has created a tremendous economic impact for the city of Trenton. And in my eyes, creates a very large amount of fruitful opportunities for our businesses that they might not otherwise have if it wasn't for the festival. But for me and my family, now that I get to witness the festival through the eyes of my children, it gives us the opportunity to gather outside of our house in probably I guess you would call it a Mayberry-esque setting, and get to enjoy things in our community that don't require planning on behalf of my family, don't require money, and you know when the events are going on, you know what time, you know what it costs, if it costs anything, and it's just something that this time of year, it brings great joy to our family, and I hope that's the case for everybody.
What are your kids' favorite events of the Trenton Teapot Festival?
We go to all of it. We go to opening ceremonies. My kids ride in the parade every year. We go to the fireworks show every Friday night. They love the pet parade. And then usually on Saturday night, we sit on the back porch after a long filled week of events, of commitments. Dad's tired, but when I sit on the back porch at 9 o'clock at night, the tractor pull is literally almost in my backyard, and it just brings a smile to my face. And the kids, like I said, they love it all. They really do.
Now, every year I drive around during the Teapot Festival, I see people have put teapots in their yard.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
So I'm not sure when this started, but it is a part of opening ceremonies. So they have a teapot lawn judging contest that is sponsored by the local garden club. And they bring in out-of-town judges, they feed them lunch, and they drive around town looking at yard signs. And then at opening ceremonies, the winners are announced. They've got several different categories, but it's just a way to kind of kick off the spirit of the Teapot Festival as you're coming into town, leaving town, coming through side streets. We've got a lot of people that participate with that.
A lot. I mean, it's fun just to drive through the city streets looking at all the different teapot signs in everyone's yard and how creative they can be.
That's right.
Tell us, I saw on Facebook, for the festival's Facebook page, you have a Teapot t-shirt available.
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
That's correct. Well, they've done shirts for years, and as you can imagine, with a lot of free events, running a festival is not cheap. Between everything that the city contributes from the committee level to make sure everybody's licensed and insured, and fireworks and the parade, pretty sizable monetary commitment. And we look for ways to generate sources of income to help make sure this festival stays a festival. So the shirt came out years ago, and it is one of those things that we do, we order early on. You don't do pre-sales, so we run out every year. And anytime we have extras, we have people that visit the Teapot room from out of state, and they always want a souvenir. So those are available at City Hall right there. They're very affordable, great design, new design every year.
And is there a theme every year for the Teapot Festival?
Historically, there has been. The last couple of years, we have not had a theme. We have really just showcased the history and the age of the festival itself. So we haven't had a theme in the last couple of years.
And people the t-shirts, how much are they?
$25.
$25. You can't pre-order, you can't buy them online. You have to go to Trenton City Hall.
That's correct.
During the festival.
You can buy those. They are in the process of being printed now. They'll be available hopefully a couple of weeks prior to the festival. They'll be on sale during the festival at different locations, at different events. Opening ceremonies, there will be a table set up. But yeah, from there, City Hall will have those before, during, and after the festival.
And then the proceeds help pay for the festival.
That's correct.
How many t-shirts do you own?
I've got one for every year. So however long that I've been back in town and had a job.
How do you see the festival changing from year to year? How do you keep it fresh?
Well, you've got to be able to keep the staples that everybody enjoys, but also being able to fit in new programs throughout the week while not overlapping with others to take away from those other events. But every year we add one or two new events, whether it be a specific luncheon, a specific event in the morning or in the evenings. And through our committee, we've got some old timers that eventually love to come off, and we always try to look for new committee members that aren't just looking to attend a meeting, but they bring something in the form of a resource, a background, or a passion that they can help with. We've got individuals that are good at pageants. We've got individuals that are good at barbecue cook-offs. We've got individuals that are good at tractor pulls, things that the general public probably wouldn't understand or know how to manage. So we've got individuals that they handle it for us, and they're part of the committee, and they're all in.
Tell us about this year's, what makes this year's festival special or different that you're most looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to the return of the block party. That was something that was previously overseen by a committee member who served the committee for many, many years, served the public for many, many years. And when he retired, he retired. and the block party went away with it. And this year, we have it coming back, and it was probably, outside of opening ceremonies, was truly the kickoff to Teapot Week. It was something everybody looked forward to doing on Monday night, and it used to be held at another location, but we're bringing it downtown. So I think it's going to be a great way to celebrate the week, start the week. Hope it'll be well attended.
And you've got that great mural.
Mm-hmm.
I think your mural is one of that everyone has been trying to copy. I know Humboldt has recently gotten a couple of murals, but when you go back, it's like all goes back to that mural in Trenton. Tell us about that.
Well, from understanding, the mural that was created has a lot of history behind it that if you aren't from Trenton or aren't encouraged by the history of Trenton, you wouldn't understand a lot of the pieces of the mural. Over time, I've sat and talked with and listened to some of the elders of Trenton that know the specific pieces, and it's very interesting, very interesting.
And for any of our viewers who have not been to Trenton, you guys have one of the most beautiful county courthouses. It is, and it's really become a part of the community of Trenton. You guys have raised money to keep it beautiful. It's just, everyone who drives around will go, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful courthouse. And it sort of centers, downtown centers around that courthouse.
It really is, and I applaud the commission, the county commission, for committing to preserving the courthouse. They've done a great job, and it's not only the structure itself, but the grounds are well maintained. It's certainly a spectacle, and everybody that comes in town from other parts of the state, they're just amazed at how nice the courthouse is. And the actual committee has taken it over the last couple of years. It actually is probably one of our centerpieces for the festival. If you look at the t-shirts we have, the logos we have, they showcase the courthouse, which is a county monument, but it's housed right there in the downtown heart of the city of Trenton.
Tell us again how people can get more information for this year's festival. Where should they go? Is there a website, or go to your Facebook page? What should they do to find out about all the events you talked about, the schedule?
Well, City Hall is a great place to start, the city website, but the brochures that we'll have printed, hopefully distributed in the next couple of weeks. They'll be distributed around town, but City Hall will certainly have those along with the t-shirts. But as with everything else, social media, our Facebook page, that is where we put everything. So we'll have the brochure that has the weekly events. It showcases our sponsors. It showcases a lot of past events that we've had just for memory purposes. But between City Hall and social media, those are two of our mainstays.
And if people want to support the festival, buy the t-shirt or buy multiple t-shirts. Mm-hmm. And are you still looking for business sponsors?
Always looking.
Always.
And those sponsors, and we try to showcase them. Festival wouldn't happen without them. I know that's the case for a lot of organizations, but the festival doesn't really have any forms of revenue to help make sure this festival stays successful, make sure it has the proper funds to continue to grow, and those sponsorships are the sole purpose. It still is where it is.
And so for any business owners or businesses out there that want to sponsor it, where should they go? Who should they contact?
Well, City Hall. City Hall is the first place to start there, but on our brochure, we typically have the listings of the sponsorships. Social media has the listing of the sponsorships. If you drive through downtown Trenton, the banners that hang from the light poles, those are our sponsors. So we try to give them as much publicity as we can, but the committee can be accessed through City Hall.
Okay, sounds good. For a lot of new people have moved into West Tennessee because it's the best place to live, let's be honest. And for anyone who has never been to the Trenton Teapot Festival, why should they go?
Weather's usually good this time of year, as long as we can hold off the rain. There's something for everyone of every age, of every socioeconomic background. There's something to do, there's somewhere to be, and there's something to eat.
Well, Eating is always good. Eating is always good. Bill, thank you so much for joining us and telling us about the very unique and the very special Trenton Teapot Festival. We are out of time for this edition of Tennessee is Talking. We do want to thank Bill Joyner for stopping by and telling us about the Trenton Teapot Festival. If you want to rewatch this program or share it with a friend or family member, remember it can be streamed anytime on the PBS app, along with all local Channel 11 programs. You can also watch it on westtnpbs.org and keep the conversation going by following WLJT on social media. Until next time, I'm Peter Dole. Keep on talking, Tennessee.
Tennessee is Talking is a presentation of West Tennessee PBS with the goal of bringing people together, sharing ideas, thoughts, and different perspectives, learning from each other and sharing a civil and respectful discussion. Tennessee is Talking, the show that brings West Tennessee together.
Hello, it's Peter Dole, Channel 11 General Manager and CEO, asking you if you love shows like Tennessee is Talking that you're watching right now, consider making a donation to Channel 11 to keep these shows coming to you. And if you do, we'll give you one of these lovely thank you gifts. We've got the Tennessee is Talking organizer clipboard, has a pen holder in it. We also have the Tennessee is Talking tote and the Tennessee is Talking cap. So all these items can be yours. Donate now, westtnpbs.org.
The program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.